this game is the same game, which was really buzzy for me because I was like, why are they showing everything in this trailer to confirm that everything is there? But does that mean that they're going to change anything? No. What that means is that they're going to add. See, I understand the PR talk. What is happening, you guys? It's your boy LDAWB coming at you with a new video and part 2 of this Crisis Core 3D mural process that I am doing to illustrate or to model everything in this mural piece that I'm doing in celebration for Crisis Core in 3D. If you haven't checked out the first part, please check it out. And I'm kind of continuing this process in part 2 and broadcasting how that process is going. It is very, very difficult in terms of me trying to challenge myself and trying to better myself and trying to improve myself. I have a strong 2D background, and so I've thought about drawing this, but for whatever reason I felt it was necessary for me to create this in 3D. Anyway, I've already described that already in the first part. Crisis Core is mere days upon release, and obviously with this trailer that I'm showing right now, they're already showing everything. Now I know that Tetsuya Nomura himself has confirmed that nothing has changed, and that's true. What that tells me is that of course the game hasn't changed, but we still have a lot of unanswered questions as to how this game ties into remake. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Of course, this game is the same game. They're already showing, which was really buzzy for me because I was like, why are they showing everything in this trailer to confirm that everything is there? But does that mean that they're going to change anything? No. What that means is that they're going to add. See, I understand the PR talk. Okay, I get where Tetsuya was going with this, so he's going to change some things, you know, and I'll talk about that later in time. I love this trailer. I thought this was a very cool trailer to show off, to kind of tie in a lot of discrepancy in terms of what this is. So anyway, coming back to reality, check me out on Instagram. I have already posted my 2 pieces that I've done as of last time. I've done Zach, and here is Angeal and Zach, and I just posted Sephiroth. But this piece here was kind of paying homage to Angeal, and I was really surprised on the fact that there wasn't any fan art of Angeal in the first place. I thought that was very interesting. I feel Angeal is a very integral part of Crisis Core and Zach's development as a character. So I wanted this to be kind of a hero, or looking up to an image, or a hero image of what Zach aspires to. And I kept it relatively simple. I wanted it to kind of convey also the scene where Zach finishes, or rather that boss fight with the Tomahawk brothers. I don't even know their names. And when Angeal extends his hand and he's like, yeah, you're just a little more important than my sword. And kind of meshing those two together and creating this piece. So anyway, this took a long time because it deals with 2 people. So doing that was very difficult in Blender. I think I was ranging around 10 million polygons or something like that. I think it was around 10 million, 6 million. That's a lot. But here are the stills. It's kind of showing the stills of some of the other details. Like, this is the first time also that I was able to do Zach's second class version, and that sword in the back which I find that there are two differences in Crisis Core Reunion and in the original game. Those two swords are different. I'm wondering if it would behoove me to play this game or live stream it to just point these things out. Why am I pointing these things out? Is because that's all I do. Is I study character designs, I study these things, I study props and things like that. So is that important in the realm of everything? Absolutely not. But anyway, these are the stills. I enjoyed this process. This was very, very enjoyable in terms of stretching myself. And yeah, here I am. It's kind of cringy seeing myself talking about the first part, but they're all there. And then last but not least, I do have Zack and whatnot, Sephiroth. Now, this particular version of Sephiroth is the version that is from Crisis Core. It's not the FF7 remake Advent Children version. Specifically, no wings, and his bangs on the front are more shorter, because in the later games his hair is a lot longer. So this particular pose too was emulating a pose in Crisis Core where he faces Zack, and Zack confronts Sephiroth about just, hey man, you're being really problematic, and I don't know what you're doing. You've hurt Tifa, you've hurt a lot of people. What's going on? That was what I was trying to convey. Of course, kind of doing some of the green aesthetic in the live stream, and kind of foreboding his future as the antagonist. So anyway, I'm gonna post stills on Sephiroth specifically, and you know, if you're interested in following this process or in this journey, just follow me on Instagram. I'm going to just post things there, but just like I said before, I'm going to talk about the actual process or the mindset of this entire this entire mural in YouTube. So subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for coming with me in this journey, this intense journey of basically evolving, bettering myself. And here we are. I'm showing off just really raw C4D models before I implement them on Blender. And I actually prefer this version more than the Blender version because you can see more of the details, and I like seeing more of the anatomy of their faces, hair. I like to also not put color on them and then just kind of observe them in terms of how does this look like without color, invoking that form of just what does it look like? Does it look good without color? And that's really important. Here's Sephiroth. This was just done yesterday, actually, or the day before yesterday. I'm not really sure, but again, I like how these look. I don't understand why, but I took a lot of improv on Sephiroth's faces because I wanted to challenge myself and not make my faces so simple. So the goal is for me to at least stretch and try to learn in the realm of 3D, and I think I've done a good job. Obviously, are there improvements in the 3D? Of course, but anyway. So here is the updated mural piece, and I'm closing my eyes and just praying to God that I'm able to pull this off. This already is causing me a lot of anxiety in terms of the direction, but that may be a product of my art block, but this is what it looks like currently with everything going. I've already implemented Angeal and Zack and Sephiroth, as well as Zack holding the sword, and so here we are with this. Now, I don't actually mind this I don't actually mind how this looks, with the exception of Angeal's eyes. They look really intense. So I may change that. And then Zephyroth here. Like I said, I like it, but can it be improved? Of course it can. And I just want you guys to see what is going on, okay? Because many times you'll see the finished product and you'll just be like, oh, it's just so easy. He's just able to just do these things and just, it's so easy. It's not easy. It is not easy, okay? And that's necessary. It's because it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging. And so, hopefully I can pull this off. Of course, share more. Part 3. I don't know how long this is going to take, but yeah. So all that said, I wanted to get all that out of the way because currently I'm having to do Aerith and Zack, and then another picture of Zack, or Zack and then Aerith and Zack, and then Cloud, then Genesis, which merits his own video, talking about all that. So I wanted to just for a moment talk about where this is going in terms of the game. Now, we already have endings of Remake, Intergrade that already showcase Zack being alive. And like I said before, Crisis Core Reunion has to answer that question, because it's by no coincidence that all of these endings pertain to Zack. We have the white feather that's falling down at the very end of Remake that symbolizes the white feather that falls down in Crisis Core, with Zack looking up to the sky saying, I want wings too. So, and I had already talked about this already way back when Remake came out. I remember live streaming it on Twitch, and I just thought to myself, why is this in-game? Why does this look in-game? Well, it's because they're using that model. They've used that model already with Crisis Core Reunion. They're using assets already from the original game in developing Reunion. So why Reunion? Why Zack? Right? Why is Zack relevant? And I had to remove my bias of Zack for a moment and look at this in a way that, why are you doing this? And I have prescribed to this idea ever since Remake, or FF7R, in the ending, in regards to the ending. It's because Zack will be implemented in the Remake series. Zack will be playable in the Remake series. Why is all this important? Zack is relevant to the story of Remake, not the original story, but the remake. And so Zack will be involved in the Remake series. He will be playable in the Remake series. I'm calling it now. All of this makes sense in terms of assets, in terms of story, in terms of where Zack is headed. Because Zack, in my opinion, dies a hero in the original game. He dies a hero saving Cloud, and then Cloud going forth and doing his journey or his story. But that leaves Zack tragically without seeing Aerith. You know, he falls into the motif of tragedy. And so the way that I look at the remake, now I'll talk about this more because I love talking about this kind of stuff, is that they're wanting, or I'm not sure if Nomura is wanting this, but they're wanting Zack to fully go with his dreams. What are his dreams? He's embracing his dreams. What are his dreams? Obviously, in the original Crisis Core, he gets cut short. Obviously, he still has dreams of, being a hero, but also he also dreams of Aerith, which is important, and allowing him to fully envelop his story instead of him just dying tragically, right? And that works in the realm of the original game in terms of Cloud's development, but how do we stretch Zack's story to fully stretch him out? We already have him on all these endings. We have him on this game. How will we implement him in the remake series? Will, in fact, Zack and Cloud meet up? How will that work? There's a lot of mysteries already with what will happen in the remake series, because we know and we can theorize and we can come up with all these things, but it's all supposed to be a mystery. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for drawing about this game. As you can tell, I can just go on and on about this forever, and I can't wait. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to me. I know this is a lot. Look out for part 3. Appreciate you guys. Much love to my Patreons. I'll catch y'all later in the next one. Peace.